Hi, watch me build my final house portrait of 2023. Yep, this was the last commission I had to do before I take a little break for the holidays. And a little break just means I'm gonna work on some personal projects instead of commissions. But starting in January 2024, I'm gonna dive into my wait list, which has over 300 people on it. So I got my work cut out for me, and I'm so excited to work with all of you in the new year. So this portrait has been on my list for a very long time, and it was commissioned by my mother-in-law, and it is the house that she shares with her partner. And it will be a gift for him this Christmas. We have lots of great memories in this house, from playing ping pong in the basement, to Hanukkah and New Year's Day gatherings, to bird watching in the backyard. And it's always really fun to depict a familiar house in this style. I used to really dislike having to draw the plants. I think because I didn't take much of an interest in plants and they just sort of felt abstract to me. But I've spent a lot of time in my own garden this year, and I sort of have a new appreciation for plants. Plus, I've gained tons of inspiration looking at Mary Blair's work and how she depicts plants. Giving myself permission to get silly with it and not take it too seriously has really made the process way more fun. Luckily for me, this style requires silliness. For instance, these nasturtiums. Silly. Made sillier by the fact that I always hear my mom in my head calling them nasturtialums. I don't know if that's something that a kid in our family said or if it's a Winnie the Pooh-ism, but nasturtialums, very silly. This house has a few unique features, like the teeny tiny river flowing through the front yard, and they also have this 1950s Shasta trailer that they actually take on the road. They do little cross-country trips. These two seriously know how to live their best lives. This Shasta was already so cool looking and so mid-century looking that I didn't even really have to change much about it. I just had to draw it. By the way, I'm building this entire portrait in Photoshop, and I'm using a variety of brushes, some of which are from Creative Market, the Frank's Designer Toolkit, and the others are from True Grit. I love using their Monomania brushes for this style. If you go to the link in my bio, I have a link to Creative Market and a link to True Grit. And if you use my code Alison Coté Design, you can get 10% off at True Grit. So now I'm adding in some finishing touches. I went back and forth on whether I should add the gas tank behind the Shasta, but I decided I had to. And that brings us to the end. Here is the finished product. Thank you so much for watching. Keep following for more vintage style graphic design and illustration.